Hey everyone, well today I'm going to review a bottle that I have never seen in any store, anywhere, but yet I was still able to purchase it. We're going to review Holiday Soft Red Wheat Rickhouse Proof, 120.1 proof, Missouri Straight Bourbon Whiskey. No, I've never seen this in a store anywhere, not in my state or any other state, anywhere that I've been, but yet I was still able to get this with the help of Sealbacks. So this is the first time I ever did a mail order, delivery of any kind of alcohol. I got this text. I guess I started subscribing to Sealbacks, but still didn't make a purchase. And I got this text that this bottle was available. Went right on, got it, purchased it. And not only did I get it, I'm going to be heading to Florida soon to see my in-laws. And I said, is there any way you can get it to me before? I want to make sure I don't miss it. Boom, got there in like a couple of days. Excellent customer service. So definitely, I was just say one good thing about Sealbacks. They're not going to have every bottle, but they certainly had a bunch of bottles that were good. I'll definitely be looking at it again. They had this whole line, with the exception of one. So this was a great experience that I had with it. But as far as the Holiday brand, I've heard a lot of good things about this. Specifically, Joel from the Whiskey Rocks podcast has said a whole bunch of good things about this. I know he's had some videos where he's either spoken about this or shown this. So that was from him and a whole bunch of other people. So I got to get my hands on this. And this one especially just interested me with the soft red wheat. Kind of reminds me of Maker's Mark. I don't think the mash bill is all that different just looking at it. And with the red wheat kind of makes me very interested. But what really is impressive, and I'll show this when I open up the bottle, is the detail. And I know that Joel from the Whiskey Rocks podcast had noted this too. On the side, they tell you the floors that in the Rickhouse that this is that the bottles are taken from. It's amazing. I'm going to show that in a minute, but just a couple of the facts on this. So it's the Holiday Distillery, Weston, Missouri. It is aged 6 years old. It was distilled in the spring of 2017, bottled October 2023. DSP Missouri 5 Rickhouse C. And so basically the barrels that they're using are from floors 1 through 5. They don't use 6 and 7, and that's all detailed on the side here. Mostly floor 4, so you figure it's kind of in the middle of the Rickhouse, of the warehouse, and kind of like right in the middle is the majority of them, and the lower floors from there. And I think the idea was to get a balanced bourbon that's using kind of that has bourbons taken from various areas of the Rickhouse. So it kind of makes sense. The mash bill here is 73% corn, 15% wheat, and 12% malted barley. I believe 181 barrels were used, covering 17 ricks, floors 1 to 5. So I'm going to turn this around. I'm going to show you the bottle, and then we're going to get it in a glass, and I'm very excited to see how this tastes. So take a look at this really cool bottle, and specifically take a look at the side here. It has this label. It doesn't only show when, but it also shows the floors and specifically what percentage of the barrels came from which floor. Most of them came from the 4th floor. You can see the percentages there. None from 6 and 7, a bunch from 1, 2, 3, but mostly 4. So most of it's from the middle. And it shows all this information. I've just not seen anything so detailed like that. Very impressive. Oh, that's a screw top. Okay, we have it all poured up. I actually forgot that it was a screw top. I think I had seen that when I noticed that when I first got the bottle. I was getting ready to do a cork pop, but nothing wrong with a good screw top. It's a good seal on this. So anyway, I noticed right away. I'm going to be honest with you. If I was blinded right now, and we may have to do this. This has a very similar nose to Maker's Mark. I did say it's a very similar mash bill to it, and I believe they use soft red winter wheat also. It really does to me it's a very similar nose to Maker's Mark. And the proof, this would be a little bit higher. This is 120.1 proof. Those cask strengths from Maker's Mark run, say 110, 111 proof, 109 to 111 in the sweet spot of most of them. All right, let's give this a taste. Cheers. Oh, this is fantastic. This is really good. This is very good. This is I'm caramel. I got vanilla. I have this soft, sweet. I can definitely get that wheat profile. Nice finish. This is very. I'm going to be honest with you. I would like to. I may have to do a blind with this. I have a couple of ideas. I may have to definitely do. I mean, we could do a three-way also with Larceny. But this to me tastes very similar to Maker's Mark Cask Strength. But again, this proof's even more so. This might be very interesting to put that against it, but this is really good. This is really good. And when I was looking at ordering this, they had also the bottled in bonds. I think what it looked like was kind of basically like it was bottled in bond. It was, the rye bourbon, wheated bourbon. Then I noticed there was these, or they call it Rickhouse proof. In other words, it's cask strength. They had this for the wheated bourbon. And then there was also the rye bourbon, but the rye bourbon Rickhouse proof or cask strength, I don't think that was the one that wasn't available. But I looked at a quick glance that was kind of the dividing line. You have the bottled in bonds, both of them, and then you have these Rickhouse proof cask strength. But this is a solid bourbon. To me, there's a lot of similar, and if you've watched me before, you know how much I love Maker's Mark. So me even comparing this to that is definitely a compliment. But this is really good. All right, I'm going to have to do that. So I have to say, everyone who has recommended this one, and Joel, Whiskey Rocks podcast, right? You were completely right. Everyone who's recommended this, right? This is great. I really enjoy this. And at another time, I'm going to have to do a blind with Maker's Mark. But this is a good one. I'm going to definitely get into this. Cheers. Take care. Thanks for watching.